Okay, hi everybody. We're looking at the next question. Question 4 for 5B workbook, page number 30, looking at decimals, level 2 problems. Now, just in the previous video, we're talking about these questions becoming a little harder and you can't be jumping into it and wanting to solve it very quickly. And sometimes, in fact, it can be rather tricky to know if a question is really difficult or not. Just now, one of the statements I said was, look, there are some of our friends, and we base it on the number of sentences you see in the question. In this case, you just got 3 very short sentences. Does that necessarily mean that this is an easy question to solve and you can solve it quickly? And the truth is really, you really got to go back into reading it diligently to be able to tell. Now, in this case, the question says the sum of two numbers is 112.5. The greater number is 5 times the smaller number. Find the two numbers. 3 sentences to need less than 15 seconds to read it, but actually a lot of information is given. Now, so here you see, you've got two numbers. I'm going to do my annotations at the same time when I'm reading for the second time. There's this thing that's called sum, and that sounds like familiar. Do you remember this thing called sum and difference? Probably remember that. The first time you probably hear about sum and difference is like when you're in primary 3, right? Okay, if you can recall, I'm telling you, okay, right now. So you've got two numbers, and what's given to you is that one is a greater number and one is a smaller number. I'm writing NO with a dot or the full stop as the short form. You have a greater number, you have a smaller number. You have the sum that's given to you, and the question didn't ask for difference. I'm going to write down difference anyway, because every time we talk about two numbers, bigger numbers, smaller numbers, and difference kind of appear. Then the more important part is exactly what's the question asking for. Okay, you have a greater number that is 5 times the smaller number. Now, the question here goes quite straightforward, asking you to find the two numbers. In other words, it's telling you very straightforwardly again, you don't have the greater number, neither do you have the smaller number. What do you have is only the first part, the sum. That means the two of them are together. And you only have the second part that tells you the relationship between the greater number and the smaller number. Now, in this case, I think I've done my reading. I think it's easier if I could draw out the relationship. Maybe some of you find that, okay, I could just use the unitary method. So I've got 5 times, that means 5 units. That's the greater number. And then I've got the smaller number. Let me use another color for the smaller number. Let's use purple. So I've got the smaller number. That's 1 unit. That's what it is. And the greater number is 5 units. Okay, given information here, sum. Oops, be careful with the decimal point. 112.5. Okay, given with this information, you will know that, okay, not so simple. You got to find both the numbers, bigger and smaller. So there's a few things to find. That's why, okay, this question is going to be a little bit more challenging. You can't solve it in one step. Okay, with the information you've got, I'm going to start solving. I chose the unitary method. The greater number is 5 units, and the smaller number is 1 unit. So given the sum, that's 5 plus 1, that's 6 units. That's 112.5. That means I can find 1 unit, and 1 unit is 112.5 divided by 6. Now, with the 1 unit, that's already the smaller number. Do you know how I got the 6 units, the sum? Okay. Well, take a look at the model. Take a look at the model. Did it help you see where I got the 6 units? Okay. Going to do my working here. The right side. Oopsie. Put a decimal point. Oh, doesn't seem so simple right now because looks like that's more to do. Gotta have to add another 0 behind this decimal point in the hundredths place. Then I'm able to continue. Alright, okay, glad it ends here. Okay, so 1 unit, that's the smaller number, that's 18.75, that's the decimal. Okay, then the next part, got to find the greater number. 2 ways to find it. You pick your way. Have you picked it already? Okay, show hands, or maybe a like if you are telling me that you use subtraction. That means the sum minus the smallest. Okay, and then if you use the other method, there is a unit times the greater, that's 5 units. Give me a like as well, so I know you managed to solve the question. Oops, okay, made a mistake. Gotta be very careful. A lot of times when you have like more than one method to solve problems, it actually gives you a good clue to help you check. Do you have time to check? Do you bother to check? That's important. Okay, I just, as I was talking, I put in 0 at the hundredths place for 112.5. Okay, so that I can do the subtraction. Regroup. Wow, quite a bit of regrouping to do here. Very challenging. So in this case, without the calculator, you're really challenged to check your operations. Check whether you're able to do the working correctly. Okay, so I have the smaller number. Let me highlight in blue. Smaller number. Oh, I should do it in green actually. Since my model was done in green, hopefully it helps you to see. Smaller number was 1 unit. That was the answer. And a greater number. Okay, 5 units. So let me just do a quick check, see whether I got this right by doing working at the side. If the smaller number is 18.75 and the greater number is 5 units of that, check my regrouping. Okay, very good. It gave me the same answer. So I've got both the two numbers, the smaller number being 18.75 and greater number 93.75. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope you managed to get these two questions solved in no time. I encourage you to be patient with yourself. Okay, spend time to look through the question, understand, and then solve it. Okay, really encourage you to go through this process. It really helps you to understand and solve future questions. Really avoid, or do not click all the way to the end of this video just to catch the answers. That really doesn't help you in your learning. Okay, encourage you, go through the process. If you really find that it's slow, maybe for you, you can always go click that speed up button times 1.5 speed or 2 speed. Or, like I said, if it's too quick for you, you can slow me down. You can pause, you can rewind and play again. Okay, but try not to skip and go straight to the final answer. Okay, that doesn't help you in checking, help you in learning. Okay, otherwise, if you're really diligent and you can't avoid doing that, I encourage you try to do it to solve the problems by yourself first, and use the video to check your answers after you solve the problems. Okay, and then use the video for corrections instead. That maybe is a better idea for some of you. Okay, but really truly, let's work towards using this resource to help us learn and be confident to be able to solve future problems. Okay, thank you for watching.